So Italy banned ChatGPT, but now they're in talks about reversing that ban. There's a robot who can recycle for you, and Amazon is selling shovels in a gold rush. We'll talk about all of that. Welcome to another day, another decade. This is where I curate all of the top news stories for every single day that literally feels like a decade's worth of news in this AI space. Some of the most exciting news for today is this Italian data protection agency that gives OpenAI a chance to avoid being banned. The country has already temporarily blocked ChatGPT because they had data privacy concerns. So naturally, that means if they can address those data privacy concerns, they might be able to get unbanned. On Wednesday, they said that they published a list of necessary steps that OpenAI will have to take by the end of April if Italy is to lift its temporary limitation on the processing of its user information. OpenAI will have to draft and make available on its website an information notice describing the arrangement and logic of the data processing required for the operation of ChatGPT, along with the rights afforded to data subjects. And if we hop into the Italian website, there is literally a list of things that ChatGPT needs to do in order to get unbanned. OpenAI will have to have a draft available on its website telling people how that data is being used for users and non-users. Users from Italy will have to be presented with the notice before completing their registration, which they will also be required to declare that they are over 18. So you have to be 18 years or older to use ChatGPT in Italy. The Italian SA ordered OpenAI to remove all references to contractual performance and to rely in line with the accountability principle on either consent or legitimate interest as the applicable legal basis. This will be without prejudice to the exercise the SA's investigatory and enforcement powers in this respect. And overall, they want to protect children, so you have to be over 18. OpenAI will have to promote an information campaign with Italy through radio, TV, newspaper, and the internet in order to inform individuals on the use of their personal data for training algorithms. That sounds a little expensive to me. In addition to all of that, there's a European privacy watchdog that has been created. There's a task force now that's going to be taking a look at ChatGPT in Europe. The task force unites Europeans' national privacy watchdogs, and that there's a task force on ChatGPT and potentially is an important first step towards a common policy on setting privacy rules on artificial intelligence. And all that security stuff aside, let's talk about this robot who will literally recycle for you. So we describe a system for deep reinforcement learning of robotic manipulation skills applied to a large-scale real-world task, sorting recyclables and trash in office buildings. Real-world deployment of deep RL policies requires not only effective training algorithms, but the ability to bootstrap real-world training and enable broad generalization. To this end, our system, RL at scale, RLS to shorten that, combines scalable deep RL from real-world data and bootstrapping from training and simulation, blah, blah, blah. And there's this whole video that shows this robot being able to identify what's what and moving it to the appropriate place. This is pretty much how it works. There's a script. This is what it looks like in their simulation zone, and this is what it looks like in real life. And something that looks really crazy is this assembly line of robots that take a look at all of these different recyclables and trash. A lot of this kind of looks like a sweatshop, doesn't it? Which raises a really important question. If robots can sort trash like this, they can pretty much do anything else that's repetitive and manual like this. It goes in deeper and it talks about their method and their workflow, the different algorithms and scripts that go into place. It's a pretty interesting read, and it's really cool to see how all of this is really going to advance in the real world applications of having robots and AI. And all of this stuff takes research, and it takes time, and it takes money, and it takes simulation, and it takes a lot of effort, right? And a lot of people might think that this is very reminiscent of a gold rush, where back in California, there was a lot of gold that was found. So people rushed over from all over the world to go mine some gold in hopes of making tons of money. But realistically, the people who made the most money were the people who were selling shovels to the diggers. It was the people who sold Levi jeans. The people who make the most money in a gold rush are the ones who are supplying the required tools, space, equipment, technology, pretty much everything you need to develop and do what you want to do. And that's exactly what Amazon is doing. In our last video, we talked about how Amazon was creating a simulation environment And Amazon is really ramping that up. Amazon cranks up AI competition against Microsoft, Google with new cloud tools. AWS is getting involved. They offer a service called Bedrock, and it lets businesses customize what are called foundation models, the core AI technologies that do things like respond to queries like human-like text or generate images from a prompt with their own data to create a unique model. ChatGPT, for example, it offers a similar service, letting customers fine-tune the models behind ChatGPT to create a custom chatbot, but Amazon is taking it one step further. The Bedrock service will let customers work with Amazon's own proprietary foundation models called Amazon Titan, but this also offers a menu of models offered by other companies. They're really just ramping in on helping other people create the tools and create the AI technology that they otherwise could if they wanted to invest the time and materials to do that, but instead they are selling the shovels to the gold miners. It's a cloud-based and configurable alternative to OpenAI's ChatGPT and DALL-E. I think it's really important. I think it's going to spark a lot of competition, and competition is healthy in this space. So I'm glad Amazon isn't trying to battle it out with Google and Microsoft. I mean, we all saw when Google's Bard started to come out, it didn't really compare to ChatGPT. I mean, ChatGPT already had everything all optimized and it felt right. It worked better than Google's Bard. We don't need Amazon to come in and create their own, but instead they're providing the tools for people to be able to develop their own. But again, it's just amazing to see all of the technology that's coming out every single day. And that's exactly what we do here. I curate all this news and I put it all on this website every single day. If you want more daily recaps like this, hit that subscribe button. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.